The people, be conscious of your master. Inna zalzalata as-sa'ati shay'un 'azim. The shaking, the earthquake, the violent earthquake. Zalla in Arabic means to slip. And then when you take it to its ruba'i form, zalzala, it means to continually slip and to continually fall. Meaning the earth keeps on shaking and the people that are standing on it keep on slipping. They can't stand firm. That's what's going to happen. And when it doesn't stop happening, then zalzala is used. You know, the surah that describes this, many of you have memorized, إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. The verb is used twice, once as a verb, once as an affirmation of the verb, which means it'll keep happening, it just won't stop. It'll feel like it's an endless earthquake. Usually when earthquakes happen, how long do they last? Few seconds, all the damage is done. This is إِنَّ زَلْزَلَةَ السَّاعَةِ, it's going to continuously go on. شَيْءٌ عَظِيمٌ. This is something huge. This is not something small. The day on which every feeder, meaning a murdi'a is a mother that's feeding a baby. It could be an animal, it could be a human being. So long as a mother is feeding from her own body, she's feeding the baby, she's called a murdi'a. Amma arda'at. And a murdi'a, she takes care of ibnaha, waladaha, her child, her offspring. But Allah Azza wa Jal doesn't even say her offspring. He says, amma arda'at, whatever she used to feed. As though she can't even remember its name, or can't even remember what it is. That's how shocking the Day of Judgment is. She can't, and I didn't talk about the word tadhalu, to forget something out of shock. To forget something out of terror. To be stunned as a result of fear. You're just standing there. And so Allah describes they're going to forget their child or like drop. She's feeding the child, how protective a mother is of her child. Actually the safest place described, or an expression for safe place, is mahad in Arabic. Mahad meaning the cradle. And it's used even sarcastically in the Quran. You think you're safe, the Jahannam is going to be bi'sal mihad. What a horrible cradle that's going to be. Like a mom hugs her baby, hellfire is going to hug you. It's going to squeeze you, you know. That's sarcastically used in the Quran. But here what I wanted to highlight is, first of all, she's going to drop the child. Every feeding mother, meaning at the time when the mother is most directly connected with her child. And the child is most directly connected and dependent on the mother. The relationships between moms and children stays for a life, but it's nothing like when the child is still feeding. There's nothing like that. That's a special time between mom and child. That's when she forgets that her husband exists, or that other children even exist. No, I gotta feed the baby. And she has to take care of this one child, and over every else. And Allah describes amma arda'at, as though whatever it was that she fed. In other words, it's like she doesn't even remember, recall, or care what it was. وَتَضَعُ كُلُّ ذَاتِ حَمْلٍ حَمْلَهَا. And every pregnant one is going to drop her load. Meaning there are going to be miscarriages as a result of the violent earthquakes. Continuous violent earthquakes will lead to every single pregnant creature on the earth to have a miscarriage. وَتَرَى النَّاسَ سُكَارَى. And people are going to be, you're going to see people looking drunk. And tara here is used so you can visualize it. And that's a very powerful tool in the Arabic language, and in the Quran especially. Allah wants us to visualize what's going to happen. You're going to see people walking around drunk. You know, because when someone's drunk, they're like tipsy. They can't stand straight. They're not balanced. And the earth is shaking so much that you're just, you know, if you've ever boarded on a ship and it's a little wavy, you know, or you're on a plane and you're walking from the restroom or something, and you get a little bit turbulence, you know what people stand like? That's sukara, the look of drunkenness. And it could be out of, sukara can be used for, being drunk as a result of alcohol, but they use it figuratively also, like, he's drunk in love, sakratul hub, he's love drunk, and he can't even stand straight, he's like, all the time, that guy. Or it's sakaratul maut, which is a religious phrase, the look of drunkenness when the time of death arrives. Like your eyes are rolling over and you're going in and out of consciousness. وَمَا هُمْ بِسُكَارَى. But actually they're not drunk, meaning drunk by alcohol at all. وَلَكِنَّ عَذَابَ اللَّهِ شَدِيدٌ. However, the punishment of Allah happens to be this